I'm Professor MOmOh of the Dohgon University of Thought. Today is the 30th Saturday. We have our class today. Today we're going to be talking about the concept of thesis, antithesis, and synthesis, which is the lie, the deception. And then after that, we'll be talking about analysis, synthesis, antithesis, the formula, the truth. Now, I'm going to be talking about this later, but I'm going to introduce you to two of my students who will be discussing this topic as well. In general, when I started talking about the topic in terms of analysis and synthesis, analysis, synthesis, and analysis, and then thesis and antithesis, which I'm going to get to in a minute. I gave an example in terms of how there's a problem. You wake up in the morning and you have a headache. And so, why did you have the headache? You begin to analyze the problem. Why did I have the headache this morning? So as I was going through this, I gave an example. I said, for instance, I said, say last night, before you went to bed, you ate some cookies. And then you woke up and you have a headache the next day. I said, but the fact is, now the previous night, you may have had the same cookies, and then you drank some water, and then you never actually had a headache. So now you really have what the outcome was when you ate the cookies and you drank some water, and when you ate the cookies and you never drank some water. So as I was saying this, Brother Tommy in the classroom said, that's me, that's what I did. So Brother Tommy, please come over and tell us what it is that you are going to tell us. Come on, Brother Tommy. Well, let's welcome Brother Tommy.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, my name is Brother Tommy, and I'm a long-term student of Professor MOmOh's. And I wanted to say that was amazing how the answers would work. But anyway, I said no, that's exactly what happened to me. Thursday night, I went over and I brought some cookies, and I ate some cookies late at night. So the next morning, I felt real bad. I said I had a headache, my mind wasn't functioning right. And so, now, the last night, Friday night, I said, well, I had a taste again for cookies. And I said, well, and then I drank some water, but this time I drank some water. So I felt better. And I said, well, wait a minute. I said, now, let me analyze why I felt better. I said, now, the answer came again. It came in the form of numbers. Right here. It came in the form of the numbers. And so, in a fraction. So what it did, see, it was 3 over 2. That's a fraction right there. See, now the problem is a fraction. Okay, 3 over 2. Now I say, okay, now I made it into a division form because at the same time I was analyzing why I felt this way, and then after I drank the water, I felt better. But I had questioning myself, and so I say, okay, I made a division form, and I say, okay, 2 in the 1, 2 in the 3 rather, go one time, 2 minus 3 is 1. Now, what I'm saying now, I analyzed to the point that I became whole after I drank the water. I became whole. The answer is 1 1/2. I became whole after I drank the water. Now, what is? I became whole. I became 1. Now, the dissolution or the outcome was 1/2. So that's how I solved the problem. I solved the problem by using numbers and math and analyzing why I felt one way and I felt other way as I drank the water. And the 1/2 is a simple effort. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Brother Tommy. Definitely, this is powerful. We are now beginning to see how when you have a simple problem like a headache, you have a simple formula to solve it. The simple formula is 3 over 2. Now we're going to talk about more complex problems, and then we will see what kind of formula we will use to solve that problem. Thank you very much. We'll take a little break for now. Now this is Queen Mantha, really very intelligent, mathematician here. So she's going to tell you about the next level of the formula. Come on, Queen. Take it over.
MOmOh, I'm Queen Mantha. Okay, I was walking down the street And I saw these two kids fighting. So I said, why are you fighting like this? You know, why are you so anxious and have so much rage in you, you know? So they looked at me and acted like they was going to come towards me, so I went into their store to see if I can find somebody to come out here and help me. Okay, so I didn't see nobody in this. I came back out and they were still fighting. And so I said, okay, it's got to be some kind of solution here. So I said I had to think of this formula right here. When you have anxiety and so much rage, you got to go 5 over 2, all right? Okay, so you divide this, the numerator and denominator, 2 into 5 goes 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. So you check that and you get 1. All right, so the outcome is the two boys was fighting, okay? So I came with a little solution that makes it to 1/2. The problem was solved because they realized they was fighting over nothing. They were just enraged. So this is the problem. The formula. Thank you.
Isn't that beautiful? Isn't this sister beautiful?
Yeah.
Well, hey, if you think you are too old to learn, that's a 64-year-old lady right here.
Yes,
you know?
I am.
My sister, you are beautiful. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now comes what we talk about in terms of thesis and antithesis and then synthesis. Now, what every system does now, particularly the European system, what they do, because they didn't have any foundational formula at all they have is theories, and theories. And every theory is a lie. And I want someone who is out there who is smarter than I am to prove to me that a theory is not a lie. Every theory is a lie. And so this is a theory that they came up with, thesis and antithesis. Now, the concept of the thesis is for them to create some kind of a truth, which is a lie. So they create that truth, and then they bring someone who is following the same lie that they call the truth to tell you the other side of that lie. So that's what the antithesis is. So once they have these two knocking heads, you know, they knock their heads together on TV and all that sort of commentary that they have, then you have their own leader come out and then give you the synthesis of what it is. So in other words, they create confusion in your mind. Once they create that confusion in your mind, you no longer have a ground to stand on. Then someone comes and says, okay, we got the solution for you. And so that's the solution. So the lie, the deception. Now this is what Brother Tommy and Queen Manfa have told you. You have to come where you analyze the problem. Your own problem, your own headache, or people fighting in the street, or what they give you. You come analyze the problem, and then you synthesize it by going through this process here, and then you come up with what we, the Dohgon, have called the antithesis. The antithesis is where you analyze and synthesize, so you take ana from analyze, and then thesis from here, so that's how we got antithesis. That's the formula, that's the truth, and that's the fact. We built the pyramids. We created the formulas of the universe. Our 3 priestesses, they brought calculus onto the planet. And we have the formula, therefore trust us. We have this formula to everything. I'm Professor MOmOh. Bye.
Yeah.